Kesha has released one of the best pop albums, if not one of the best albums of this year. And yeah, you did just hear me right. The artist formerly that delivered to us the song TikTok, which featured a line, "Wake up every morning feeling like P. Diddy," has released one of the most emotionally raw and powerful and moving albums of 2017. She really shows that she had a lot to prove and to accomplish, and she has definitely gone and accomplished those goals. The album starts off with a lighthearted lo-fi acoustic track called Bastards, which is just kind of this message of don't let people get you down, don't give into all the hate that's around you, and it definitely shows with the mindset what she was going through, and it kind of sets the album off as far as what the message of this album is really going to be. The song Woman is a declaration of being an independent woman, and I know some people are probably going to balk at the feminist message of it, and it does sound a little bit cheesy on the surface at times, but there's definitely more to it than just saying woman power. It really, especially once you realize what Kesha has been through over the past few years, especially with her record label battles and the sexual assault allegations she posed against the producer she was formerly working with, and kind of just how trapped she was in that situation. There's a much more powerful message that's kind of underneath the surface, that she's really kind of reinventing herself and proving to herself who she is, and it's really a powerful track overall. And it just kind of shows that she does have a ton of talent on her own, that she is a pop star in her own right, that she doesn't necessarily need people, toxic people around her. And once you kind of realize what's going on with it, the song kind of hits that much harder. I mean, it's actually a great song on its own, but the message beneath it is more, definitely gives it some more depth there. The first single that she released off this album, called Prang, is probably just the most emotionally devastating song on this album. And I mean, if any song on here really sums up what this album is about, it's Prang. I mean, it was the perfect single to release. It's her. There's no real like auto-tune or anything on there that we may be used to from her. It's just her and a piano and singing, and just the way everything kind of surges during the choruses and the way she kind of flows through everything. It's really just going to hit you hard, even if you're not a previous fan of her. It's really a deeply emotional and just a powerful song that I really enjoyed it. It's one of my favorite songs off of here. But there's also some fun, kind of upbeat, more lighthearted songs on this album. The song Boots, for instance, is kind of just a bit of a fluff song about meeting a stranger and falling in love when you didn't think you would be able to again. The song Boogie Feet, featuring the Eagles of Death Metal, is a more traditional, I would say, pop song. It's got that upbeat tempo to it. It's fun. It's just kind of about dancing and about cutting loose and things like that. So there's a lot going on here to find and to like. It definitely serves its purpose, I would say. And the album kind of carries out with this song called Spaceship, and I think it's a nice way to end things. It's almost got this country or bluegrass feel to it. It's got the twang of the banjos, and it's just another example of really what she can do with her voice, which I think is the star here. I mean, the star of this album is Kesha. I mean, this isn't an album that's overly produced with a ton of backing electronic work. I mean, most of the backing work is just straight instrumentals, if anything, real instrumentals. There's definitely some there, electronic work there, but a lot of it feels acoustic. Some of it was recorded live, and it does definitely suit this album, and it kind of, everything that was done to this album, I think, was a good choice. Everything elevates the other elements of this album. And if you had any question about whether you should listen to this album, if you've heard Kesha in the past and kind of, shook your head at some of the cheesiness of her style or kind of high-pitched voice, she did get kind of annoying in some of the songs, and especially a lot of her songs were overly produced. They were just a ton of auto-tune on there. But this album really should put any fears you may have had or any hesitations you had about her as an artist to rest. I mean, she's proven to the world that she can do it, that she is a pop star, and I think she's also more proven it to herself. You really hear that a lot of this is validating herself, and it takes a lot to stand out in the pop scene these days. I mean, not a lot of artists are tackling things that are this serious, or there's not that deep emotional connection you really get in pop music. And I think this is one of those rare albums that comes out where you feel it on so many different levels. It's catchy, it's fun, it's got those lighthearted dancing songs, but at the same time there's a deeper level to it, and an even deeper level once you realize again the backstory of this. While a lot of the lyrics do actually hit pretty hard themselves, I mean, even if you didn't know what was going on, they're still definitely not your average pop lyrics. I mean, they're in there, definitely, you're going to get some of that, but I would say for the most part, the lyrics are definitely a notch above what you get from most pop artists. But again, once you realize what actually is being said, and especially coming from her, it just elevates the album just that much more. Thank you so much for watching the review of Kesha's new album, Rainbow. If you like what you saw, don't forget to hit that like button. Leave a comment down below. What do you think of this new album from Kesha? I want to hear from you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more.